Capella, Arnell posed the question in the film several times, you know, why me? Why was I chosen? And it's incredibly obvious why. His voice is amazing, he has presence on stage,
right,
and he has heart, and you just kind of instantly fall in love with him. I'm curious what Arnell's story and Arnell himself represents to the Filipino community, because they absolutely love him. And what do you think it is that just, is it a chance of sort of triumphing over, you know, impossible odds?
I'm going to let Ramona speak because she's Filipino American. I'm going to let her speak on the Filipino community. But I can tell you that sort of the whole theme to this whole journey that we have been on as filmmakers, and the band has been on, and Arnell has been on, is truly one that you could easily say with a theme of don't stop believing. I mean, you know, Arnell's been doing it for a very long time, and Journey has been around for a very long time, and I was always a big Journey fan, and I always thought they were big, and they were always big, and they're always going to be big. But when you get into it and you kind of dive into it, you realize that no, they're just like anyone else, anyone's life. They have ups and downs and highs and lows. And, you know, Neil never stopped believing in his band. Jonathan Kane never stopped believing. And Arnell never stopped believing. And we as filmmakers, like, never stopped believing. It's like really a theme. And, you know, we kind of jumped out there on our own credit cards. We didn't have funding in place and everything. And the first time I saw a little clip that Ramona put together, I said, we have to do this. And she's like, well, they're on tour right now. And I said, right now? We were standing in a Starbucks parking lot. She said, yeah. I said, we're missing the story. It's unfolding. Like, we have to go now. And she was like, well, we don't have money. And I said, well, we can't let that stop us. Don't let that stop us. So within a week of that conversation, we were on the road, just like putting stuff on credit cards. And we just always knew. And there was one moment, you know, because we were so small and we didn't have a lot of money, there was only 5 of us on a road. So there's 2 camera operators, 1 sound, Ramona, and myself. And my job was always sort of to PA and, you know, to drive and just dump footage and just do kind of all the things, anything else that, you know, needed to be done. And I remember at one point, we were probably like maybe at the 6th venue, and I was sitting back there, and it kind of dawned on me. I said, we're like charging up a storm. We're following a rock band. We don't have any money. We don't know what the movie is. We don't know anything. We're just out here. And I watched like 10 minutes of Arnell in the dressing room, and he captivated me. I couldn't take my eyes off of him, and that's when I knew. I was like, we're going to be all right. Like, I knew we're going to be all right.
Was this Starbucks in Maryland, where the 2 of you were talking?
Mm-hmm. Ramona and I have always lived in Baltimore, and we've known about each other, and we always figured at some point there'd be a project we can work together on. And then she called me with this one. And like I said, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I was like, it's got to happen. We got to make this film, and we have to start now.
So you were in, was it a van following the tour bus?
A minivan, yes. So we were in a minivan. It was 5 of us, all our luggage for the summer, all our gear, and we would just follow this band. I mean, these big, you know, tour buses, these big semis, and just kind of keep up with them. And
and how many times a day did it go through your mind, like, what am I doing, before you saw that footage of Arnell?
Well, no, it never occurred to me before, like, what am I doing? Because, you know, you're kind of on adrenaline, and you're just like, get it done, get it done, get it done. But then once you're getting it done and you're doing it, then you kind of sit back and be like, what am I doing? So that was like the first time. And it was the last time I questioned it.